You know, a pastor came to me the other day and he said, Papa, I came for counsel. I said, what is the counseling for? He said, Papa, I don't know why I'm not successful and it is not working. A pastor talking like that. So I asked him, are you a businessman or a politician? He said, no, I'm a man of God. I said, what is not working? I said, I don't understand, because what you're speaking is strange to my ears. What do you mean by it is not working? Do you mean that the word of God is not working? He said, no, what I mean is that I am not successful in ministry. I say, what is the yardstick? What yardstick are you using to measure it? He was quiet because he knew I was getting at something important. I said, I know your problem. You think making it in ministry is car, you know, escort car, pilot car, and then a big jeep in between, you know, a big house, and church with crowd making it. I said, that's wrong. That's not the way ministerial success is measured. What is the way ministerial success is measured? A minister who is successful is a laborer in word and doctrine. Finish. Once you teach the word and you're sound in your teaching, you're a successful minister. It's not measured by things. If success in ministry is measured by crowd, what about across the river where there are fishermen that must be pastored, and in the whole village there are only 50, and a pastor has to live there and pastor them forever? So that means that man's church, even if the whole village join his church, there can never be more than 50. Is it not a success? If he goes to that village and he has 30 members out of 50, his church is bigger than churches in cities. If a city has a church of over 14 million people and he has 10,000 members, he is not as successful as that man pastoring in a city of 50, 30 members. So we don't measure ministerial success by crowd. We don't measure ministerial success by car, influence and affluence. We are not businessmen and we are not politicians. Ministerial success is measured by soundness in doctrine. And when you start teaching people sound doctrine, even if they are 4 and they grow in the knowledge of Christ, you're successful. That's why Jesus said his church is where 2 are. That's the church of Jesus. That's the church of Jesus. 2 or 3 gathered in my name, I'm there. That's the church of Jesus. But you know, we human beings, we have brought worldliness into the church. So we use the yardstick that unbelievers use to measure success. We brought it into the house of God. Which is why some young pastors are under pressure, and some of them go to native doctors to collect things and use it to be pulling crowd. So you don't respect a man of God because of his cars. You respect him because of what is coming out of his mouth. You check his doctrinal weight. That's what determines respect. It's not the crowd. It's not the houses and the cars. Those are not the things that make ministry. If success in ministry is by wealth, no pastor is successful. Let me tell you, the most carnal man on earth is a man that respects a man of God because of his wristwatch and his suit and his car. You are as carnal as carnality can be. Real spirituality is to respect men that labor. Bible says they that labor in word and doctrine deserve double honor. Then he say esteem them highly for their work's sake, not for their car's sake. And that's why preachers feel when you just have big cars, you know, big cars, and you have bodyguards, you have escort and pilot cars. When you enter everywhere, as you're coming out, your protocol, they're pushing everybody down so that the man of God can come out. The man of God. And then you see him feeling cool as they're pushing people down. The same people you're supposed to disciple and build up, they're pushing them down, and you're happy. People are desperate because you have told them ministerial success is car and house. Let me be honest, listen to me, every one of you. When I came into ministry, pastors were not anything to talk about. To even marry, if anybody agreed to give you their daughter, is the grace of God. Because when I joined ministry, the best of pastors were using bicycles. Most were trekking. There were not many pastors that had car. So I didn't come into ministry for money and fame and popularity. I came into ministry with a raw passion to teach people the word of God and help people. That's all that brought me to ministry. That's all. And I didn't join ministry at old age. I entered ministry as a young boy with all my potentials to be as successful as anybody in the secular. But I chose to consecrate that for ministry. It's not about houses and cars. It's not about all of that. A true minister is a teacher of the word of God.